Hey guys, it's Krishanti with Krishanti.com, and I want to talk a little bit about the spiritual look and whether or not that means that you are more advanced and more spiritual. And of course, right away, you know I'm going to say no, it doesn't. But I wanted to address this topic because it's really interesting to me. I love exploring the idea of like how we dress and what that says about ourselves, what we are projecting to the world and what we want the world to think about us. And I live in LA, so image is a big deal here. And I went to a kid's birthday party a few months ago. And I was just dressed in a regular outfit. I was at a kid's birthday party, you know. I was wearing like a white flowy top and jeans. And there was a guy there, a cute dad, who was wearing like a bunch of bracelets and mala beads, bracelets and beads and like a whole thing. And I was like, oh, he's spiritual. I should talk to him because I'm spiritual. And then I thought like, wow, but he looks so spiritual that like, what am I going to say? Because I'm like, whatever mom outfit here. And so I didn't end up talking to him, but it got me thinking like the way we dress and like, and why some people like really go all out with the whole spiritual look. And a couple of things came to mind. One is when you're wearing like a bunch of like beads and bracelets and amulets and trinkets and things like that on your body, and you're on the spiritual path, those objects can help remind you that you are on the path and can keep you like kind of in that state of mind. And I think that's awesome. I love like amulets and all of that kind of stuff. Personally, I don't like bracelets so much because I just don't. Maybe in a past life I was, handcuffed or whatever. I don't know. But another thing about this whole spiritual thing though is the idea that sometimes we can take it a little bit too far. And I know, there's some people that go like way off on the other side of the spectrum with the whole spirituality thing to the point where they're just like completely into it. And a friend of mine was interviewing a guy for a job, and he came to the interview wearing a sword across his body. And she's like, hey, what's up? What's with the sword? And he's like, oh, I'm Sikh, and like we have to wear this sword. And I just laughed when she told me this because my dad is Sikh. He's Punjabi Sikh from northern India, and they don't wear the sword. Like Sikhs don't wear swords. At least the ones I know don't. They, they can have them in their homes, usually like if they're displaying that sword, which is one of the big things of the religion. It's a warrior, based on a warriors sort of religion thing. They'll have it like on the wall. But to walk around wearing it, no Sikh in America, probably not many in India actually wear the sword now. So we had a chuckle, and not at his expense. It was a loving, friendly chuckle. But about how far we can go to like, to like connect and how much we like need that sort of thing. So the other thing I want to talk about with that whole spiritual look is we have to be careful never to judge a book by its cover. So you might see me in my athleisure wear or whatever and just be like, oh, she's not spiritual, when I'm like, directly linking to angels and archangels and meditating like more than most people every day and doing readings and energy healings and all that. So you can't really know until you do connect with and talk to a person. And just because somebody looks, and I sighed because I'm like, I don't want to get into this because it sounds judgmental, but can sometimes be like an artifice to what someone's projecting. I see that a lot, especially in this realm of social media where we get to show people what we want them to see. So we get to kind of get people to think that we're something that we may not necessarily be, like we craft a story. So we have to be wary of the artifice and stuff. And that's all about just like trusting your gut and reading your energy on somebody. Do they have good energy? Do they have low energy? Like, does it feel good to be around them or not? And that's a whole other topic, but I did just want to talk about it because it came on my radar and I thought it was interesting, the whole spiritual look. And if you're really super looking that look, does that make you more spiritual than someone that doesn't, and of course not. But anyway, I'd love to hear your comments on the whole thing. It's a funny topic. And for more info on spirituality and intuitive development and psychic development, check out krishanti.com, and I'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.